Welcome to another Quantum Conversation. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Welcome, beautiful hearts. We are so excited to be in this interdimensional sacred space with you today in this quantum conversation about interdimensional beings and galactic consciousness. And today we're talking about how to embody your higher presence, your God, goddess self through the practice of sacred sexuality. My guest today is Alissa Jane. She is a sacred sexuality priestess, and she works interdimensionally with her guides and beings from the realms of illumined truth. These are ascended masters, the Magdalenes, and so much more. They really bring this wisdom through Alissa in all that she does. Hi, Alissa. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome.
Thank you, Loren. It is my great pleasure to be here. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
So let's talk about interdimensionality and what that means to you, because here you are practicing techniques, bringing forward new things, helping clients all around the world. And you do this from an interdimensional level. Can you share with us your connection with the guides that you work with and what's going on here?
Yes, thank you. This is such a passion of my work. This is where it starts for me, is working with the beloveds, working with the teams, working with the guides. And each one of us want to feel that deeper connection. Okay, everyone listening here wants to feel like they have teams, like they are supported. And we are. And it takes time to cultivate these relationships. But once you invest into the guides, these interdimensional, multidimensional beings who in this 3D realm we do not see necessarily. So it takes time to cultivate a relationship. And we're trained in this 3D world not to necessarily believe in invisible beings. So it requires us to step out of 3D thinking. It requires us to go into our heart space, to quiet the ego mind. And when we open up from our heart, this is the portal technologies to work with the guides. The heart is truly the interdimensional, multidimensional portal. This is how we connect with the guides. This is how we travel to other dimensions and portals. And for me, my mission and how I am guided to work with the teams is specifically within the planet, within the grid systems. And for many years now, almost a decade, I go into a deep meditation state every day. I journey with the beloveds. They bring me into these beautiful places. And of course, it is Mother Gaia, who is our biggest guide here, our greatest cosmic mother, who holds us, who gives us everything. And within the earth, it is a whole other kingdom, hollow earth, many layers. So this is a very big part of what I do. I've been creating a university of light, an ashram within the planet. I do this with the teams. I cannot do this alone. And through many years of co-creating with them, I have built a university of light. And when I teach a class, when I work with a client, this is where each one is brought to, held. This is where it's like For your computer, your hard drive, this is a huge hard drive. So I'm able to create courses and it is held within the ashram, within the crystal grids, pillars of light information. And then it's not up to me to do all the work. And this is maybe one of the most important aspects of cultivating our relationship with our guides. Then they can do a lot of the work for us. They support the people I'm working with. It is not all up to me. And this is what gives us the confidence and the peace to go about our daily routine and to know things are taken care of. We're always supported. So, a big part of the alchemical process is to be held within a container. And the work I do is alchemical. So within the grids, within the planet, each one is held within their own containers. And when each one is held, transformation happens, alchemical transmutation happens. So this is one way in which I love working with the guides. And through the heart, through the planetary heart system, the portals, then we can travel. We can go to the other dimensions. We can go to the other temples and councils. We'll be guided to where we're supposed to go. And Loren, I'd love to touch on the idea of the blue ray. You're wearing a beautiful blue shirt today. I'm wearing a blue scarf that I hand dyed. It's one of my favorites. And we are both blue ray beings. Many people listening are part of the blue ray. What's coming in for you now, Loren?
That we are all blue rays. We all have these rays within us. That's our master energy. Yet when we come in to this incarnation, we can come in on one ray in particular. And so the blue rays, that's the divine will. And we find that our guides are often the blue rays or holders of the blue rays. I find that fascinating. And also, what I find fascinating is that even people in my life who are close to me, they may not even be on a spiritual path, but when they say their favorite color is blue, or when I can tell by the frequency of their voice that that is a blue ray. I mean, it's really amazing that we're all connected, and I know that there's many blue rays here. And so I just want to share that again, the mastery level is to feel all of these energies like the rainbow body. That's all part of us. But these little aspects of being a blue ray is a connection that leads us to our guides and really a mission and a purpose of what we're here to do on the planet. So we're not labeling anyone or judging who or where people are at, but I just find it fascinating. And again, our goal is the master energy to accept and feel all of these rays within us.
That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. And aligning with that greater mission, that greater purpose of the blue ray being here on this planet. We are the rainbow beings. We hold all the rays. And the blue ray for me, as I've been really thinking into this so fully, because when we were in Shasta in July, so that is almost a half a year ago, and this idea of the blue ray really coming in, the idea of the lost ray, what does that mean? So personally, I have never felt like I am from another star system in that way of that, where it was calling to me that I am this or I am that. I've always just felt very like I'm here. I'm here on this planet. And I think that's a big part of the idea of being a Blu-ray is embodying whatever we are, whatever our multidimensional self is, embodying it here. And this is New Earth to bring heaven into embodiment, to bring in the choice of heaven, because it's a choice. And Earth is a free will zone, a library planet. I think this is a very big part of the idea of being a Blu-ray, for Earth holds all the galactic information. As a library planet, Earth holds all the information and Akashic records from every other part of the universe and beyond. This is a special aspect. Not every planet is like this. When we come to this planet, we're coming here for the greatest initiation of ascension, of learning. This is the greatest school, university planet. So we may come here and feel a bit lost. We may come here and feel a little bit like, well, I'm not really sure if I'm even seated from the stars, but we know that we are. We know that we hold it within us, this starry nature. And another aspect of the Blu-ray is aligning with the heart, aligning with Lemuria, aligning with the golden age of Atlantis. And when we were in Mount Shasta, working upon that city of light, Telos, you could feel the galactic connections there. You could feel it. There are temples for Sirius, for the Pleiades, for Arcturus, holding the keys for Lyra, holding other galactic keys. So even though we may feel like, yeah, we're here on Gaia, we're here holding the keys for all of the galaxy and beyond. And I'd like to share a personal, very special moment I had in Shasta, because people would talk about seeing the starships, that you'll see the starships. And when you go there, the stars are unbelievable. You never see stars like you see on the mountain. Oh my goodness. So I was camping. So I got the opportunity to be in the complete darkness at night. And I would see great shooting stars, beautiful shooting stars. And every night I'd be like, okay, I'll see a few more, then I'll head to bed. And it was our last night. And I wanted to see the starships. I was asking to see the starships. Now, the starships look a bit different than the shooting stars. And I kind of gave up. I was like, all right, I'll take a shower. I'm not seeing anymore. I went and took a shower. The whole campsite was sleeping. It was very late. I'm heading back to camp, total darkness. And all of a sudden, while I'm by myself and I'm about to just cry, no one else is awake, and thousands of people camping asleep. And all of a sudden, the starships start zigging and zagging in the heavens above me. And they don't go in straight lines. They go in these, it's not a shooting star. So the beloved star family waited. They waited and waited until I had no one else that I could share it with, because I'm sharing it with all of you, soul family, in this now moment. And this is what it is to be here on this planet, but to know we embody greater multidimensionality.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that story. So beautiful. So beautiful. Wow. And how did that change your perspective?
That I knew they heard me. I knew those starships, our family floating above us on floating cities, hear us. They connect with us and they will give us messages. They will give us information, and we will know in a special way it is just for us. Yes, that was a huge awakening moment for me, that my team hears me and is with me. Yeah, thank you, Lauren.
Wow. Confirmation. That is light language in its own sense, where you feel that direct connection. It's very deep, it's very positive, and it may be hard to articulate and share that new perspective, but you can feel it. And that is an interdimensional connection, a multidimensional connection. And it is expanding your galactic consciousness when you are aware of that existence. And that is now your truth. And that is very important. And more people will be having that as well. So thank you for sharing that story. And as you are so connected to your guides, you are also using this to teach about sacred sexuality and how the divine light and love can be used in our body. This is actually a love and a light technology for our ascension. So tell us, how do the two correlate? What is it about sacred sexuality that helps us on the ascension path? And I can hear some people saying, I don't have a partner, but that's okay. This is something between the divine masculine and the divine feminine within us as well. Can you clarify this and tell us what's happening?
Thank you. Yes. Let us start with what you touched on, the idea of light and love technologies. And then we will go into the partnership aspect of it. So we can simplify all of energy as feminine and masculine and child. And when we do this, we can create with greater ease. This is truly what sacred sexuality is understanding the basic nature of creation from a source. And part of this source is love. And the love we would call magnetics. We call this the goddess, the cosmic mother. She is the voidal womb. She is darkness, the complete galaxy, the void. She is the space for creation, and her energy is love, magnetics. The other aspect of this is the light. The light is the electricity. It is the masculine energy of creation. It is the spark. It is action. It is power. And when divine feminine and divine masculine come together in balance, they create a reaction. They create the golden child. And these three flames sit within our heart space. Divine feminine pink flame, divine masculine blue flame, and the divine child, the golden flame. And the golden child is the energy of appreciation, of gratitude, the creation. Remember when you were a child and you never wanted to sleep, when everything was so exciting? That is the continuous golden child aspect. And we can think about that divine love aspect of the mother, which is so caring, which is like that hug you get from your grandmother, from your mother, from your sister, from your aunt, from your best friend. And that masculine energy is like that powerful impetus to go and create, that makes you say, I want to do that. I want to do that. Oh, I have this idea. So the path of sacred sexuality is learning how to balance these energies within us. Now, our body is a great temple of these energies. We are the greatest technologies, the greatest technologies, the greatest temple. And there are a few different aspects to focus on that are different. And this is what the path of sacred sexuality gives us the tools to do, to activate our life force energy. And our life force, in the Egyptian lineage, we call this Sekhem. It's also the Kundalini, the prana, the life force. This energy comes from the sacred sexual organs. Everybody can imagine this point with me now. If you are a woman, it is in the direct center of your womb. If you are a male, it is just above your penis slightly and in the center of your body. And this is called a source point, a well point. From this center point is where the life force, Sekhem Kundalini, sources from, is cradled from. This is our life force. This is how we create everything. And it sits in our sacred sexual chakra, in our seat of power, sitting right above our root. This energy is also money energy. It is the same identical vibration to money, to abundance. This is the energy that creates beings, that creates life. Yes. So learning how to activate this energy and then direct it. This is one of the biggest practices. This is what Yeshua and Mary Magdalene were doing together to support the ascension journey. This is what many masters have done before us. So learning how to direct it, and we direct it up and down the body, into the crown and back down into the root. This creates a huge amount of electronics and magnetics within the body, creating quantum magic. Now, there are a few different aspects to that breath work. It can be done with pleasure, which then creates even more magnification. But it does not need to be done with pleasure. Just using that energy and moving it up and down the body activates us and our light body. And at the last step of the breath work, we bring this energy into our solar sun, activating our great solar sun, which is in our belly. And then we let this energy rise up into the crown, activating our greater consciousness, our greater awakening, our ability to see from within, to hear from within, activating our voice through the vagus nerve, the voice, the third eye, the back, the medulla oblongata, and all the other organs go directly. The vagus nerve ends in the sacred sexual organs. So the circuitry for our body supports us moving our sacred sexual energy, our Kundalini Sekhem. We're built for this. And when we do it, we activate our voice. This is maybe one of our greatest gifts on the planet. When we connect our awakening crown, our root, our sun, our voice. Now, the last part of this is the heart. And the heart has a very different energy. The heart is holding our threefold flame. It is the house of feminine, masculine, child energy. It is also the vacuum back into source, where it goes back into source and then feeds back into the hologram. It does this through our heart and then anchoring into the unified field, which is about 3.5 feet in front of us, a point right about our heart, our throat. This is the point to the hologram, the unified field. Through the heart and through that point, through source, I'm pointing up, sources everywhere. This is how we create the hologram. This is how we're creating. It is truly through the heart. So to be a master of sacred sexuality, it goes through the heart. And if we are not balanced with this energy, then we're just playing out the old story of the fall. So we need to balance all of these technologies. And because the ascension journey is about self relationship, it is about the relationship we have with ourselves. That is where it begins. And when we cultivate this relationship, we will pull in, attracting vibrationally our divine community, our soulmates, our partnerships, great community, connecting with soul family. So it does not start with a partner. The path of sacred sexuality starts with the self. And we are lucky when we can find a partner that we can practice with. And that's the icing on the cake. But you don't need a partner to do this work. I know I just shared a lot there, Loren. What are any reflections you have?
That I love this, that we don't need a partner to do this work. And our ascension with those energies is quite beautiful. And so if someone is having trouble with that and moving the energies, what do you recommend? Because one would ask, how long does this take to cultivate within ourselves? And how can we be gentle so that we're not giving up and that we know that we're doing it correctly? Like, what are some of the signposts that it's all good, that we're getting this?
I love this question. I love it. It's so important. What are some of those signposts that we're doing it? Well, if your life is falling apart and everything seems like it's a complete disaster, that's usually a sign that you're doing it because this is an alchemical process, ascension, and much of what we have come in with needs to be alchemicalized. So when we are on this path and we start to bring in our life force, we're working with the guides, we're raising our light quotient, everything that was hiding within ourselves, within our DNA, lifetimes of hidden agendas, lifetimes of hidden fears of holding back, the DNA that we've come into this planet, so we're as into this soul family here, so we're working with that DNA, and it is so heavy. Okay, it may not be our story, but we're coming in with all of this information in our body. So when we start to cultivate light by doing the alchemical serpent breath, by working with our pleasure, our orgasm, by meditating, by singing, chanting, dancing, all of these things, our atomic structure begins to spin faster. And the subatomic particles go into light speed. And anything that was hiding, oh, oh, there it is, there it is. So this will come up as emotional frequency, feeling like you're overwhelmed with anxiety, fear. That means you're doing your work. It's coming up for you to process, to be healed, to be alchemicalized. If your relationships around you are falling apart, yes, then it's perfect because whatever wasn't working just starts to fall apart. And then you can rebuild from the right foundation. So, this alchemical process, that part of it that I'm sharing, happens in the way that is perfect for each one. Source will not give us more than we can handle. So, even though we've come here to have intense initiations, if you're in the middle of it and you're feeling like I can't take this, what's happening here? You can know source would never give me more than I can handle, so there's something for me here. And that process continues years, decades of healing. But some other good signs are we start to feel better. We start to feel at peace in our body. We start to accept what's happening around us. We are taken into a snow globe experience so that everything gets shaken up. We came here to shake things up, Loren. We didn't come here to play small. We came here to bust the system. So, how do you know you're on the right path? If the old things don't work around you, but if you're starting to feel a greater sense of peace within, enjoyment within, these are some of the signs. So, Loren, as I share this, what I know there's some personal things that you're thinking about that for you. What can you share those?
Yes, and I'm a little embarrassed. But okay, no need to be embarrassed because you have really helped me transcend certain things. And so I'm going to be honest and I'm going to share. I came into this lifeline with ancestral baggage of prudishness. And so I'm no longer prude, and I'm a Scorpio as well. So that astrological sign of Scorpio, which is sensuous, and I was always like, wait a minute, I'm like the furthest from that. How can that be sensuous when I, in my younger years, was rather a prude? And so I recognize that. I recognize that. And so there is something alchemical going on when we surrender. We surrender to the journey. We open our hearts. I know this is a big phase. That portal of the heart is really the key to take a look at what was that prudishness. And it was definitely in my family from my maternal line, definitely from my maternal line and her maternal line. I can actually see that in so many generations. So I find it fascinating that transformation can be had from that. And it's wonderful. So, without saying too much, I just find it really fascinating, really fascinating. And so, right here you have the astrological sign saying, "Oh no, you're meant to be sensuous and to explore in that way." But the family line was like, "Oh no, I'm." And so you and your program, I know we're going to talk about that, and I highly recommend that program for everyone because many of us do carry this prudishness or the other in the opposite direction. And that's an unhealthy alignment or an unhealthy programming within ourselves. Let's call it a distortion, but it is in the bloodline. So we came in to heal it. And so I thank you because this program absolutely does heal that. So we'll talk about that later. And I know that you're going to do a little journey, a Royal Galactic Crown guided temple journey, which is so beautiful. But what do you have to say about that? Because that really is the alchemy of and so because what I did for this ancestral line, that's over. That familial prudishness is liberated.
Yes. For so many more than just you. And that's how the work happens, going all of those generations backwards, forwards, and spreading out like a flower of life in every direction. And we can say this distortion. Thank you for sharing this, Loren, because what you share is the greatest, one of the greatest distortions in our story, coming from the church to say, do not utilize sacred sexual energy. It's wrong, it's bad, and it's kept humanity at a very capped frequency because this is one of our greatest, if not the greatest, ascension tool we have. So thank you for sharing your personal connection to that, Loren. and being brave enough to share it, and because so many more are listening and they're saying, yeah, I get it, I feel that. And this story is heavy. It is a cloud of ugh, that it is time to clear for the whole planet. It has come through the church. It has come through many different churches, many different bloodlines to cap our power. So that's the best way we can look at that, Loren.
And it's also something about aging. I know that some listeners may give up on themselves. And actually, you know what? I did that too a little bit. I did. I had given up on myself thinking, oh, when you reach a certain age, what is it for? Sex is overrated. That's that old programming. Or maybe, someone feels guilty, or someone thinks, oh, maybe it's not for me because I'm at a certain age. But
Mm,
what we're finding, even from the course with live participants, is that things are going on no matter what a person's age is, whether they're with a partner or not. There's still beautiful experiences with this light technology.
mm,
And it's not bad, it's not a sin. So I just wanted
mm.
to share on that. It's
Ah,
liberation. It's liberation.
I love that. And and let me just add to that that yes, at age, your body will start to youth. That is what we are capable of doing. The aging is just a program that can be churned off, that can be changed. So I love when I work with women and they say, I'm juicy again. I'm so turned on. I'm so excited all the time. I have amazing orgasms. And men that are able to feel so strong and powerful and not feeling limited, not feeling limited by age, by their body. I'm hearing it from male and female. And I have to say, most of the clients that are called to this work, over half of them are 60s and above for me. So yes, no one listening is too old. Mm-mm-mm. You're just starting. You're just beginning. Yes.
Wonderful. So before we talk more about how people can dive into this program and work with you and what that's all about, let's do a little journey. Can we do that? Is that a good time for this now? Or maybe you
Perfect.
have anything else to share before that? But let's take that journey.
This is perfect, preparing us to receive. And we'll just touch on the Magdalenes because they are going to be guiding us along with Ruby Dragon Grandmother, Archangel Michael, and Lord Seraphis Bey, all multidimensional beings. And the Magdalenes, we hear specifically of one Magdalene, especially Mary Magdalene. And the Bible's told us there was just one, and she wasn't a pure woman, right? That the Bible has a story about her. And the Bible has so much good information, it's left out information. So we cannot, I'm not putting down the Bible either. I love the Bible. I love the information, just missing some important stuff, and some of it has been changed. The Magdalenes are priestesses of sacred sexuality technologies, love and light priestesses. And they have come through the star systems. They've come through Venus. They've come through Sirius. They've come through other galactic portals. They are Lemurian pearl priestesses, lotus priestesses, Atlanteus golden lotus priestesses, many different priestesses. And they all are under, we can say, the umbrella of the Magdalenes. So each one of you listening has a connection, has been living in a lifetime where you trained in the mystery schools of sacred sexuality, whether it was the Egyptian lifetime, South American lifetime, Lemurian, Atlantean lifetime, Eastern European, Alaskan, Asian. There are the sacred sexual lineages everywhere on the planet. So we're just honoring this greater sisterhood. And I was guided to create a template for us to look at, Loren. I'm going to share my screen. We welcome in our beloved guides and teams more fully now, focusing each one on your heart flame with your breath. Breathing into this center light, your beautiful blue, pink, and golden flames within your heart. Each one's pillar of light, anchoring them into the planetary ashram, opening them up to the greater source above, their portals of galactic nature, perfect for them, opening above each one now. Each one's diamond alchemical container activated around them. We honor your beloved guardian angels, guardian archangels, beloved teams, welcoming each one now through their pillar of light down, letting yourself take a ride down your light pillar and landing into a beautiful diamond chamber within the ashram. And we are within mountains. There is a beautiful center pillar. It is ruby, rose, and emerald fire. And it is lighting up your beautiful diamond chamber. Now, the Magdalens and Ruby Dragon Grandmother have been cultivating this chamber for you, working on each facet. Each one, your chamber has been prepared for you. Each one is in a unique diamond chamber. And if any facets need to be cleared, created, they're showing me, like the sculptor, how they're working on each diamond chamber right now, cultivating your light field. Anything that needs to be chipped away. And the ruby emerald light is lighting this up, sparkling on each facet of your chamber. And it is beginning to infuse your chamber with this fire of love, of devotion to yourself. And it is awakening the love that the great godparents, our great mother, father have for us through this rose ray. Each one being held within this light, infusing it into your chamber. And now you can take this in, you can taste it, swallow it. You can let your eyes gaze upon the template that was created, or you can let yourself see from within. And now the emerald fire is coming in, and this is a balance of gold and blue. It is the codes of creation, of will, and of the divine abundance and consciousness, creating the Emerald City, the emerald tablets, all the codes of creation. And this activates a beautiful stem coming down your body, an emerald stem, down your pillar, anchoring you deeper into the planet. And this stem comes into your heart, where each one is activating their beautiful rose, going up into their shoulders, their throat, up into their head, their crown. It is a beautiful ruby, magenta, rose, beautiful pastel pinks as well. I'm sure some of you, it is a light yellow rose perhaps, or a light blue, Madonna blue rose. Letting this become one with your energy field, activating you as a walking, beautiful flower, anchored into the planet, with infinite petals that know just when to open, beautiful fragrances, perfumes that are unique to you. And as you're letting your flower open from your heart, your throat, your shoulders, your crown, it's Lord Seraphis Bey coming in now, holding this diamond light. In front of each one, a diamond. And the beloved Magdalenes, many priestesses, are now working at your crown. And with this diamond light, it is activating your consciousness of, we could say, a royal nature. Each one of you are a king and queen of light. Each one of you have all the codes of creation and hold the mind of illumination, the greater mind of illumination. A unique crown that is just yours is being spiffed up, shined up. It's already on your head. The diamond from Seraphis Bey in front of you is lighting it up, and the Magdalenes are tending to your crown now. Okay, Ruby Dragon Grandmother just fired amazing ruby light coming from above, activating this crown more fully now. Gentle rubies, golden rubies falling into place, sapphires, emeralds, diamonds. Gem code frequencies coming into place into each one's crown. So these are new codes now of your new galactic natures that you're ready to awaken to, ready to co-create with your teams. These are invitations for your galactic teams, your galactic nature. Going to bring this into a place of integration with a few moments of plant music meditation. Taking some breaths here. More deep breaths here, letting your energy go down, emerald stem, up into your flower, and fully activating your crown of light. You are a king, you are a queen, you are here to blaze a path of light and love. We say thank you to the beloveds. We say thank you. We say thank you. Amen. 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 Fully upgraded, updated, externally line integrated for each one perfectly. Each one being invited back to work with the Magdalens, Ruby Dragon Grandmother, Lord Seraphis Bay, and Archangel Michael when it is perfect for you. Amen. Taking a moment to look into the template, letting white diamond ascension light and blue ray sapphire light bring you into a state of activation and integration, a walking rose, a king and queen of light. Blessings, beloveds.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Feeling that is so precious. We're floating. Thank you again. Everyone, we hope that you are feeling that, feeling those frequencies, feeling your connection, feeling the light and the love that you are. That is alchemy, and that is interdimensional. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Alissa. Okay. So this is where we get to talk about a beautiful opportunity. And I'm really excited about this because, again, I've been a part of it. And the people who were a part of this absolutely had amazing experiences. And the sacred container that you held today is what you do in this course. So I want to direct everyone to check out this webpage, check out the link in the description box where you're watching this video, and you'll see an opportunity for a sacred sexuality course. It's two-hour sessions, and it is going to take you into a new awareness and really teach you how to work more closely and deeply with these energies, your divine birthright. Alissa, tell us what you have in store for us.
Yes. Working with these energies, your divine birthright. I'm so excited for this new upcoming series. And it will be the 2 live sessions with 2 weeks in between, which gives an amazing time for transformation, for an alchemical experience, and then to come back and to reflect, ask questions. And there'll be integration as well. And what we experienced today, talking about the ashram, this is where each one is held, working intimately with the guides. So the work, once you sign up for the class, you are immediately brought into your chamber and the process starts immediately for you. This is the part where I can take a step back. I'm not doing all of that work. It is already being created and prepared for each one. And for this course, it is the Magdalenes, Ruby Dragon Grandmother, Archangel Michael, and Seraphis Bay, Lord Seraphis Bay, who are overlighting this course. And we're going to focus on alchemy. We're going to focus on talking about pleasure, orgasm, and how to connect it to being a master manifester. which is what we all want to do. We want to create consciously. We want to fulfill our birthright to have perfect health, wealth, love, light. So, we're going to talk about manifestation tools. We're going to talk about the sacred serpent breath as well, how to use the breath work in your alchemical process. So, this will be a lot of fun. We're also going to talk about how to use plant music medicine. This is a part of this course. And the consciousness abundance stream is specifically for plant music medicines. We just listened to one of them. And there are also templates that I have created with the beloveds. So these four templates, the consciousness abundance stream templates, actually go like that. I've been sleeping with this under my bed now for weeks, and my life has completely transformed. So, the consciousness abundance stream templates and music are going to support us working with the money tree, the Christmas cactus, philodendron. And then, Loren, what we were just listening to was the clearing series, the anxiety free clearing series, which is amazing. These were three essential oils: jasmine, lang lang, mandarin orange, also infused with crystal energy and the dolphins, because this crystal was swimming with the dolphins, and you feel this. We were just feeling that wateriness of it. So you're also going to be working with galactic dolphin energy. You'll have other rays you can cut out in the smaller forms to work with. And then I have bigger ones if you want to place them around you in your home, meditate with them. They hold the Reiki symbols and many codes, and they are held with free will. So you can have them on you with your family. They will not override free will. I always have them usually in my bra when I leave the house, working with the energies of the day. If you just want the plant music medicine, that is also part of this offer. Another part of this package that I'm so excited about is if you would like more one-on-one support. I have been doing this Foundation for Alchemical Union package now for it's almost 2 years now. And it has huge, huge, amazing results for everyone that I work with. And this is going to support your foundation for sacred relationship with yourself, with source, with your teams, with your partner, or with a new partnership if you're calling that in. So there's 3 different offerings, and the temple is being prepared for you, beloved, if you hear the call. It is my pleasure and my honor, my greatest joy. Thank you.
So much for that. This is so beautiful. We're really excited. So the ways that people can join, it could be just the 2 courses, the manifestation and orgasm course, which is beautiful. That will be recorded. And then the other opportunities with that plant music and earlier programs that are recorded, they're quite beautiful. And then also that one-on-one personal session with you. Those are really remarkable. Students and clients that work with you are really held and supported in this way. And it's so amazing. You get incredible testimonials that you get from people working with you. So we're really excited for this. And again, if people need help, because we want everyone to take part in this, if you are called to this, absolutely join Alissa. You want to be a part of this. You want to work in this way. You want to connect in this way. And so we want to help you with that too, with a 2 payment plan. If you need that, there's ways that you can take part and just get started and then join Alissa Jane for this beautiful experience. Thank you for that. Alissa, is there anything else you wanted to add about this offer?
I love that it is in the payment plan options to give people an opportunity, because this is going to help your abundance. This is going to help your money prosperity consciousness. I'm very excited. Yes, thank you.
We are very excited as well. And so, beloved hearts, tune into this, feel into your heart. Is this something for you? You know that it is if you're feeling that way. So we're excited to support you in that way. And reach out to us if you have any questions about it. We're happy to assist. And we're really, really looking forward to having you join us. Thank you so much for this. Alissa, thank you. It's really powerful and beautiful. The plant music medicine is so remarkable. In my own life, it has proven miracles. It has shown me miracles. It has alleviated despair and emotions that drag us down. And that's what the plant medicine does as well. And so the graphics and the artwork that you support is equally as healing. And so all of it together is so high frequency that we can create this field around us with those frequencies. It absolutely is wonderful and highly supportive. Thank you for that. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We hope that you are flying high with us and you are ready to bring your magic into the world. It all begins in the heart, and we thank you for coming into your heart and then going quantum in this way. Alissa, as we say goodbye, I want to give you a moment for final thoughts.
Since last night, as I was being prepared for our time together today, I hear the song coming in, and it is, "We are the children, we are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start." And I don't know if I know all the words, but
Given.
there's a choice to make, a change in our own lives. It's true, we make a brighter day, just you and me. Thank you.
That's going to be in our minds now, and that's a beautiful thing because as we sing and hum that, we live it anew and we bring that frequency to the planet. And for that, we are eternally grateful. Thank you, Alissa Jane. Thank you for the beings from the illumined realms joining us, the masters and the guides. And thank you, all hearts, for receiving this transmission today. The world is better for it. Thank you all. We are here to support your journey. We're excited for you. We hope you are excited too. Thanks, Alissa. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Namaste. Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.